everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on all types of topics related to narcissism, so if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. It's a free way you can help me out, and definitely don't forget to leave a comment because I like to read what you have to say. Before I begin today's video, I want to thank so many of you who commented under the last video that Joe and I made, the video we made over the weekend. Thank you so much. Joe and I have read every comment, and some people sent us emails. One person in particular sent us a really long email that I read to Joe word for word last night. We've read every comment together. The only reason that I haven't replied yet is because I want to do it with Joe and we haven't had a chance to actually reply, but we've read it all and we're so grateful. You guys really, really helped us. Thank you. So I'll be getting back to everybody. Sometimes I have an issue replying to emails. And if you've sent me an email, I have your email starred in my account and I will get to you. I am weeks behind on some emails. And that kind of is going to be what I'm talking about today, the reason for that, what's been going on with me. I have been dealing with depression, and that's something that all of us deal with. I can't imagine dealing with a narcissist, going through a divorce from a narcissist, and not feeling depressed. And the thing is, for me, I do generally have a very positive attitude. So if I'm feeling like this, I know other people are feeling this way too. And lately, especially, I have really been dealing with depression. It has come on me, and it is just like this thick, wet blanket wrapped around me, and I feel like I'm being smothered by it. It's horrible. I think some people might think because I have Joe or I'm in a relationship that it's different. It isn't. The solace that I have, the best part of every single day is that I can get in bed with Joe and I'll fall asleep with his arms wrapped around me. That is the best part of my day. The rest of the day, a lot of times, it feels like drudgery. I have this pit of fear in my stomach all the time. And I know people can relate to me. Joe goes through terrible, worst bouts of depression I've ever seen in my life. Horrible depressions. I'm sure other people go through them too. You know, it's almost like not almost, you're living in hell when you're dealing with a narcissist, because there's this point when you're with the narcissist when you are absolutely living in utter confusion. Why is this person doing this? What is going on? You're not living a regular life. It's horrible. Then either you stay with the narcissist and that's its own hell and you're trying to somehow forge a life for yourself while you're living with this demon, or you move out, you get away somehow, and then you're trying to get divorced from this thing, and it's not going to let you go very easily. Even if it doesn't want to be with you anymore, it will still try and take you down. It will try to destroy you. The other day, I had a literal freak out because I was so upset about something my ex did. So Joe and I had taken a ride. We take rides a lot, like most nights we go for a drive. Sometimes we get coffees or we just talk or whatever. So we had gone for a ride. We get home and I was still in the car. Joe got out of the car to take the trash down to the bottom of the driveway. And right then I got a text from my attorney. Now you guys know my issues with my attorney. And I have a lot I'm going to be talking about with that. But I got a text from her, and I'd been dealing with an issue with my son. Now, when you have kids and you're dealing with a divorce from a narcissist, the kids are going to get hurt. They don't come first, ever. They come first for you. They don't come first for your partner. And this is what I'm dealing with. And it was too much. I had already been dealing with depression. I was already so upset. And this all comes down to an orthodontic bill. So when I was in New Hampshire with my kids, my son had Invisalign. He wasn't able to finish the Invisalign in New Hampshire. Now, for a while, we did it on Zoom. So Invisalign it's like braces, for those of you that don't know, but they're like these little retainers that go on and you can take them in and out, and you switch the trays out. So they're called trays, but they're like retainers. So we were doing this in New Hampshire, and we were doing it via Zoom. But now he's at the point where he needs to see an orthodontist. We can't do it over Zoom, so I needed to find a new orthodontist. So I find this new orthodontist, and it's $3,100 to finish the treatment. I do not have $3,100 to finish the treatment. My ex agreed to pay for this. I've continually canceled appointments as he does not pay for this. So I was asking my attorney to please find out about the payment. He can pay me, he can pay the orthodontist directly, whatever, but I can't go to another appointment. My son has been in this with the same trays that he's supposed to switch out every week or two. He's been in the same tray for a couple of months. So it's bothering me. My son, it bothers me. I love my child and he's being hurt by this. It's ridiculous. I keep having to cancel appointments and I don't have the money to do it. So I'm waiting for this money. So I get in touch with my attorney the other day and she tells me, well, I think he's going to pay it at the end when the final papers are signed. We have to come to an agreement because my ex is causing problems with that too, which I can't even, guys, I can't even get into what he's doing now. I'm supposed to talk to my attorney tomorrow about this, so I might be talking about it in Friday's video if I can muster up the courage not to throw up while I talk about it. But so after we get everything ironed out, which I thought we had everything ironed out in the last mediation, which was several weeks ago. No, that's not true. He has new things he's putting in. He's making new demands. After everything is agreed, now he was supposed to have the house on the market August 1st. He hasn't even found a realtor. So this is how slow it's going. So maybe possibly 30 days after we agree, 30 days after he signs, but we haven't even agreed on anything yet. And then he has 30 days to agree. Then he's going to pay the treatment. Well, my son has an appointment tomorrow. I'm making this video on Wednesday morning. So tomorrow, Thursday, he has an appointment. So 2 nights ago, I had asked my attorney if she can try, maybe I was like, well, maybe he doesn't realize he needs this treatment right now. Like this is affecting his son, the son he cares, he claims to care so much about. So she writes back to me, and this is when she tells me that he's going to pay it after everything's done. I have a very emotional personality. If I feel joy like with an exuberance, I feel depression with like this weight of hell hanging on me. Everything I feel to the extreme. And Joe has told me so many times, it's like, Sharon, you are an emotional thinker. And if you are really, really riled up, if something really upsets you, particularly if it has to do with my kids, I lose it. I just get so upset. So Joe has made me promise him. I promise me. He's like, you will not respond to any texts, emails, nothing without talking to me first because I want to help you calm down. So I promised him, yep, I will do that. And I mean it. I meant it when I said it. I get this text and Joe's like right there. He was literally bringing the trash down to the bottom of the driveway. I get this text. I flipped out because what's going through my mind is my poor child, my poor son who's having some trouble adjusting to the move. I feel like I feel bad. And then he has this on top of him. So I'm picturing me telling my son, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cancel the appointment again. And I couldn't handle it. It was literally more than I can handle. So immediately there was zero thought going through my mind. I wrote back to my attorney and I said to her, this is ridiculous. My son needs this treatment. He can't wait any longer. Please try to find out if he can pay this sooner. And so Joe comes back up and he was like opening the door to like have me get out of the car. And I was like, oh, I just got this this text from my attorney. And then when he found out that I had replied right away, he was like, he got mad. He's like, I told you not to do that type of thing. He's like, all right, fine, just do it yourself. Do it yourself. That's how you want to be. And he walked into the house. Well, I was already so upset that when he did that, I grew incensed. Like there was no more control. So I sat there for a minute stunned, like, how could he do this to me? Now, remember, some of you might be listening thinking, well, what's the big deal? Or you told him you weren't going to do that. I get it now. But then, so I go into the house and I was like, said to Joe, how could you walk away from me? I need you right now. And he's like, you made this decision on your own. So, figure it out on your own. I'll talk to you in a little bit, but you got to calm down. I literally sunk to my knees. I had this is what happened when I had too much stress on me. I sunk to my knees on the kitchen floor and I screamed like as loud as I could. My kids come rushing downstairs. Are you all right, Mommy? What's wrong? What's wrong? I literally lost it. So at that point, when my kids were down there, I became aware, like, oh my God. So I was starting to calm down, and Joe helped me. Like Joe grabbed onto me, and he was like holding me. He was like holding a damp cloth on my forehead. Like he was. I was really, really upset. Like the tears were coming. I was like breathing hard. I couldn't stop. I was so upset. it took a while for Joe to calm me down. And he ended up taking me out. And like, I was, guys, it was very, very unattractive. Joe was joking later. He was like, maybe you could do a reenactment for the show. Like, it's just, and I'm telling you this, it's an embarrassing story, but I'm telling you this so that you understand when you are dealing with these creatures, these demons, these beings, these entities, tremendous stress is attached to it. Just horrific. It's so bad. And I feel that all the time. Now, thank God it's not so bad that I feel like this, like where I'm screaming and causing a scene and panicking every single day. But when the pressure builds up, there has to be some type of release. And I think all of us can understand that you're dealing with this thing, this creature. This is normal. And what I'm trying to do, I've talked to Joe in the meantime. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be that way anymore. I don't want to get myself so upset that this thing, this being has this effect on me. So Joe and I have talked about it, and we talk all the time, and it is a huge benefit to have Joe there, but it doesn't take everything away because he can't handle the divorce for me. The other day, like he said to me when I'm dealing with the orthodontist and I was so freaked out, he was like, Sharon, I can handle it. You don't have to handle it. I'm going to handle it. Let me take it from you. And that was one of the kindest, sweetest things for him to do because you feel like you can't handle it. So for any of you out there dealing with tremendous stress where you feel like I do, like you don't have a choice, but you are going to sink to your knees and scream like a wild animal, there are other people out there that want to help you. This is what my channel is all about. I get it. I know it's so bad. You feel like you can't take it. But when I think about the alternative, where it's Joe and I have said so many times, it's a miracle that we are out of these situations. It's a miracle that we got out. It is. We could easily still be with the narcissist. And when I think about that is the worst possible situation. So if you're out, and even if you feel like you can't make it one more day, like you're going to die, the pain is so great, your children are suffering, whatever it is, remember, you're on the road to freedom. The day will come. It will come. And if you're still with the narcissist, use this time to start living a separate life and start looking for exits out. Get yourself together. So whether you're with the narcissist, away from the narcissist, whatever it is, if you're feeling the effects of the narcissist, because they have these long tentacles that reach right at you and they know how to press your buttons. They know how to do it. Please remember, there really is a God. And sometimes, most times, the majority of times, all the time, when you're going towards something great, you have to get through a painful part first. And that's what I'm going through. That's what Joe goes through. That's what so many of us are going through. But I want to encourage everybody to know at the very least that you are not alone. It's going to be okay. I needed Joe to tell me that the other night. I needed him to say that. And I want to tell you that today. If you're going through pain, stress, depression, hold on. It isn't always going to be like this. I can tell you this because I don't always feel this way. And I look to other people who have gotten out, who have passed the divorce, who are really living their new life, and everything is better. You can't have a better outcome than to be away from the narcissist. So no matter what point you're at, even if you're still with the narcissist, keep moving forward. It's the only thing that we can do, but there is a future for all of us. So I hope this helped. I wanted you to know that if you feel depressed, so this is actually an embarrassing story for me to tell, but if you feel depressed, if you feel like you can't take it, oh my God, you are not alone. I'm here for you. Joe's here for you. You understand that just understand that there's a life past this. It does get better because when you're in the middle of it, when I was on my knees screaming the other day like an idiot, I didn't feel that I could ever get out of this. I was in the middle of, like I was in the eye of the storm. But there is an end to it. It's going to get better. Just hold on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, because as these divorces for both Joe and I, now Joe had a freak out moment this week too, but I'm trying to keep his business a little more private, but I have a lot of things I'm going to be telling you about both of us once these divorces are over, how to get through it, things to expect, because there are a lot of things that I don't have the freedom to say now, but I will. So don't forget to subscribe. Lots more is coming. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I will see you on Friday. So let's get through the day, and one more day will be behind us, and we'll be one day closer to freedom. God bless.